Okay, you're on your second round.
Right.
You're on the very low calorie protocol. You're on week 3, 4?
4, I think, yeah.
You're on week 4. You're doing injections.
Yes.
You feel great.
I do.
I prepared you, I scared you to death that this was going to be much awful, much worse, much harder, more cravings, right? Did you experience more cravings initially?
At the very beginning, yeah, I did.
It was intense, huh?
It was.
Oh, I know.
It was really hard for about 3-4 days. I was more hungry than I remembered being the first round.
Did I warn you?
You did.
Give you fair warning.
And you prepared me to just go with it.
Yeah.
Eat what I needed to eat to not be hungry.
Do you feel like having that, being aware to expect that, helped you not worry, helped you not freak out, that the HCG's not working, that there's something wrong?
Exactly.
You just kind of ate a little bit more.
It was okay. Yeah, it was okay.
And then eventually those cravings do subside.
Right. Yeah, I'm doing fine now.
Yeah. So you came in and you haven't weighed yourself, because that's just one of the things that, if you're following the protocol, if you're listening to your hunger the way we've described and learned to do, that you just have to trust that the process works at the rate that it's going to work.
Right. And I've kind of let that go. At the very beginning of the very first protocol, that was a big driver for me,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, am I losing? Am I losing? And then through talking with you and sort of getting okay with me, I've let that go. And so,
yeah, you have to learn to trust.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Because what matters is that my relationship with food is changing. So that's what matters.
And ultimately, as well, your relationship with your body has to change. The foundation of your drive to eat and / diet has been tainted because of a body image issue. Right. Wouldn't you agree? Or biased, or moved, or changed, or manipulated in some form. So part of that letting go of weight required that you stop using the image in your head of what you need to happen as a drive to your behavior. Right. You have to let it go, because there's really no monitoring of the progress and that change. And there's no boundary or expectation that we've set to define what success is. So essentially, we've eliminated body image concept. Right. That is so foreign to dieting, because dietings are founded on the fact that you have a body image disorder or a negative body image in your head.
And you have to fix the body to fit the body image, not
correct.
The other way around. Yeah.
Correct. That the image in your head has to be met for what you're doing to make sense. So where most people feel the way you did when you first started your first round is that the only reason you're doing this is to fit the body image.
Right.
And I'm saying get rid of the body image. So then you're left to go, well, what?
Right.
What am I doing this for? There's a little bit of kind of trust and faith.
Yeah. Well, and you feel a little lost in the beginning, until you find your way.
You got it. And I have literally observed thousands of protocols at this point. Okay. And it's not uncommon for you to get peace from body image, the image in your mind of what you need, for it to go away, but then to come back. For that to go away, and then it comes back. And then it goes away, and then it comes back, because, you are manipulating your food for a reason. Right.
Well, it's hard to reconcile those things. As I was driving in to see you this morning, I was thinking about that. I was thinking about how, I'm excited that I look better, but I shouldn't really care how I look, and so it's like,
well, there's a difference between needing to look better to be happy and to love yourself.
Right.
Than appreciating your health.
Exactly.
And appreciating how much better you feel, and appreciating that clothes fit you better. I mean, there is a difference.
Right.
And you can have an appreciation, but it doesn't necessarily give you an ego, okay? Once there's an ego attached, meaning what you're doing is providing you a sense of security about who you are and your identity. Did that make sense? I just said?
Yeah.
What we've done is we've detached from the ego because we're not controlling anything here. All you're to do is listen to your hunger, which your body is controlling. Okay? So you're just reacting to hunger and hoping that it's safe and secure physically.
Right.
So now so having improved physical health, energy, all of those things, once there's an ego attached to it, that's when there becomes a problem. Then we start to micromanage the environment. Then we start to have expectations of what should happen, what we want to have happen, or what or this concept of, well, based on this, I should have that outcome. We try to have some form of control rather than just accepting the now, accepting where you're at today, at this moment, the second that it is what it is, and really you can't control it anyways.
Right.
And if you think you can, you're going to cause a problem.
Yep.
Makes sense?
And I've been through that. I had a micromanaging time that I dealt with too. And
oh, sure.
Yeah.
And that was kind of how we came to look, you got to give that up. And you did, and it was just so rewarding. So it's not uncommon, once you give up weight, that we're using body awareness as our form of reward. Are my clothes fitting differently? Do I feel like I'm losing weight? So what you might have done is you obviously lessened the demand. You're much more forgiving with your outcome expectations. But when you came in this morning, the first thing you said is, I feel great, right? This round has been wonderful. It's been easy. But there was a but in there. You said, but I don't feel like it's working. I don't feel like my body has changed.
Well, yeah, in the past, so I'm on week 4, so past week or so.
Okay.
Yeah, I've just sort of felt stalled almost, like
but you're using a physical gauge. Okay. And that's okay too, because I think body awareness is something that most dieters completely lose. They have to use an outside look at a number.
Right. Yeah. No numbers. Just
what is
how
your
I feel.
opinion of me? It's constantly coming from an outside source. Now, what if you're wrong? But what if you're right? Does that change?
It doesn't.
Now that is the key to what differentiates the ego from you. You've got to assume maybe you're right, and are you okay with that?
I am.
Can you accept it? Do you want to weigh and get it on camera?
Sure.
I gotta run a bit.
Okay.
Get the scale ready. So let's just see. So last time I saw you was January 11th. Today is February 10th. You are at 174. You started at 193.5. So you've lost 10.5 pounds on the scale.
No.
It's not bad considering.
20 pounds.
Hold on. Oh my gosh. Is that more than what you thought?
Yeah.
Do you want to scream a hallelujah? Well, you kind of have to.
That's great.
And you may be holding fluid. You may be feeling, the snow coming in. I am extremely in tune to my body. That's part of what happens when you start letting go of parameters that are out there. And you also let go of parameters in here. You just become an observer. Some of what you're feeling may be truthful. How do we know you're stalled?
Right.
Do I care?
Right.
I don't. Because ultimately, your weight isn't a good indication of what's going on hormonally. So, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I was like 10.5 pounds. So, you are just right at, you take your jeans off and you've hit 20 pounds, okay? In 4 weeks. You're 5'1". That is actually
huge,
really fast metabolically, but I'm not going to assume that that's all fat. Most of my research would show, on average, of that poundage loss, 3 to 4 pounds is lean body mass, being fluid, waste in the digestive tract, and that number is going to go up plus or minus 2 pounds, depending on the time of day. So you've probably lost somewhere around 17 to 16 pounds of fat, which metabolically would match someone who's about 5'1" in a 4-week period of time on this protocol. So it's working as it should. How do you feel?
I feel good.
You should feel the same. That's the key. Because you don't want to get off on it. That's another common problem is when you start losing all this weight, you start to feel positively reinforced as if this is working. I am doing better. Everything is wonderful. So you're getting this image of improvement when that can come back to haunt you. Why do you think? If you think about if someone's getting this intense drive to lose weight and it's working.
Well, because if you stop losing weight, you're
equal opposite reaction.
Right.
It's an equal opposite detriment because now your motive isn't reliant on something separate from that. Basic psychology. Anyways, do you have anything you want to add?
I don't think so.
Thanks for sharing this.
No,
I think this is a really important kind of part of the conversation. So